I love that. Bang. What's really good, ladies and gentlemen? It's the OG Boricua Don Dada, aka Chef. I'm here with Muffins Martinez, my brother from another mother. Listen, my man lost weight. He's looking good, feeling good, all that ish. Ladies, he is the what we say the intergalactic delight. I think was the last one. That
Yep.
listen on a serious note.
Space.
Take off. Like, listen, he's gonna use that like because he's the Astros fan, so he's just using the play what the play is to play. Um,
Just
we have crazy shit that we want to talk about. We're not gonna highlight the stuff you already know about Rampage Jackson Jr. I think his name is like Raja Jackson, but he's Rampage
Roger
Jr.
Jackson. Yeah. Roger Jackson.
I know everybody has seen it, like we were talking about off air. If it wasn't for the guy who came in and literally saved that guy's life, let me tell you what happens. A war veteran dies, and this kid's life goes, it's over, right? And I'm not even saying he's not going to be charged or nothing like that. I don't know yet. But if he killed him, his career in life is over.
Yes.
And listen, when anyone who's been in a fight, when you fucking somebody up like that, that you're looking for one thing, and that's to turn their TV off. Horrible look. I know there's, he said, she said of why this happened and how somebody made him do his bidding and all that. But I know you got specifics that you want to talk about. So throw it out there. I'll piggyback and we'll chop it.
Yeah. So basically, I want to touch like Chef mentioned. By now is this happened Saturday night. Today's Wednesday.
Yeah.
So you've seen. I mean, if you haven't been living on the rock, you've seen the video. You've seen different parts of video views. You've seen people talking about it. You've seen everything about it. But I want to piggyback off the fallout of what happened. So basically, we know it's Roger Jackson, the son of Rampage Jackson. One of the biggest UFC fighters, MMA fighters out there. One of the big ones out there. So he was at the show called what's the name of the company? Knox Pro Wrestling, which I found out later on is owned by Rikishi, Hall of Famer Rikishi.
Yeah,
one of the bloodline
members. I've seen that with the video like that. Me.
Right after this happened, now I mean, no lie, not even a day later, 2 days later, WWE distanced themselves from Knox Pro Wrestling. They removed the WWE ID thing from them. It's been there since October of last year. So that's a blow to Knox Pro Wrestling, because honestly, we have heard about the companies that were ID by WWE, but I actually have forgot about some of the names of the companies, and specifically this one here.
Mm-hmm.
So they removed them from the ID program. They removed them from. WWE removed this name from following them. Removed their names from any wrestler who's following them or wrestled during the company, and removed their name from Rikishi. So it's like they put Rikishi on the island, like, we don't know this dude, we don't follow this dude, we got nothing to do with what happened out there. He's on his own. The professional wrestler who was vicious beaten by Raja Seiko Stu, like Chef mentioned, a war veteran. So the fallout is they lost their WWE ID program, ID stuff. They want to clear up because the day later they had the wrestler who actually saved the Stu, Seiko Stu, do like a little mini interview podcast. So I guess right after that, the company itself went out and emailed all of them saying, do not speak to anyone, do not do any type of podcast, do not speak to authorities or any type of lawyers, because we have video, we have evidence. When we move forward in some kind of case against Roger Jackson, we need this proof, we need everything to be right there. So we don't need anybody to speak about it to tarnish any chances that we have going to court and stuff like that. By any chance, do you know the wrestler's name who jumped in to?
I don't. I don't. I wish I did
I could have sworn I had
because
it.
um,
Let me see.
while you're looking for it, I'm gonna say
Yeah,
what
go
I'm gonna
ahead.
say
Well, because I
because
wanted to ask you. Well,
um,
say some things, but I want to ask you a couple of questions about that too.
no, that's cool. Listen, let me explain something to you people. Like we're from tough parts of areas, right? Like he's from Rochester, it's no joke. I'm from Queens, it's
Yes.
no joke. Um, I've never been in a situation where one of my brothers, and I'm going to use that word because they all used it, because that guy even said it. They all call each other family here. They all say we brothers. And when this guy's getting his face punched in, not a motherfucker jumped in that fight to save this dude.
Yeah,
He went one.
Douglas Mallow. Yeah,
Okay,
Douglas Mallow.
so Douglas Mallow, from straight up, much respect
Yes.
because I don't know his background. I don't know the brother, but let me explain something to you. Rampage Jr. is a trained fighter. This guy is a trained wrestler. There's a big difference. If you're not a badass, like let's just say like a Matt Riddle, who I don't like, Matt Riddle will fuck you up. Like
Yeah.
he does that. Like he's an MMA
Oh,
fighter.
for
A lot of
10
these
years when he was
wrestlers,
in his prime, I used to love that dude in MMA.
oh no, for sure. But this is where I think people get confused and fucked up. Don't buy into the gimmick because these are normal blue collar working dudes that are trying to become professional wrestlers. There's a big difference. He even said Rampage Jr. was trying to shoot on him and bring him down so he could throw the beats to him. That guy is fighting just to throw him in the corner. And then when he kind of did, you seen the other guys get in the corner and like wrap him into it, right? Like, so I mean, it is what it is. Salute to him for having the only fucking cojones in the
Yeah.
building because everybody else
Yeah,
didn't.
so Douglas Mallow went on Sunday on a podcast. He told his side of the story how he had just finished
Yeah.
his match, so he was already blown out. He was back there just chilling, resting or whatever. Somebody came up to him and said, "Hey, I need you to go to the front by the current, the gorilla position. I need you to keep an eye on this match because Roger Jackson is supposed to do a run-in to avenge what happened earlier in the day when he got hit with the can in the head. So supposedly all this
Yeah.
stuff was
Yeah.
already planned. So he went out there and they asked him like, "We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how this guy's going to react when he goes in the ring. So keep eye on him and see what happens." So when all this broke out, he was back there, and he was the only one who had any you know mind to go in there and stop Raja after 20 punches. My question is, what happened to the ref? Why the ref didn't jump in there and do something? Because the ref is right there watching this dude give him a 20 piece after two or three. When you see him, he's not defending himself. He should have jumped there in front of or lay his body on top of Psycho Stu and cover him or something. And then the wrestler, the one that was
Yep.
dressed in black with the face paint, why didn't you jump and stop him? I mean, I know the dude's bigger than you, but still, you seen a fellow wrestler getting pummeled, knocked out.
Hold on. I got to cut you off there. The fact that this is supposed to be a locker room, right? And yeah, we get it. There's gimmicks and heels and faces. They all fuck with each other. They all chill with each other, right? Like, this is where I cannot respect anybody there because if I'm in that situation and my man is getting pummeled, right? Listen, I'm 46. Even in my prime, that Rampage Jackson Jr., and I'm not acting like no punk. He's a professional fighter. He trains in this shit. This is what he does. I get my ass whooped. But I'll tell you what, if my brother was getting his face fucked up, I'm going to jump on him, cover my shit as best as I can, and just get knocked out too, right? We
Yeah,
get
we're gonna
knocked
be
out
two
together.
knocked out dudes on top of each other. Like knocked out, like why did you do it, Chef? Hey man, I need to protect my boy. He's getting 20 piece and nobody's doing anything.
Bro,
He's not even defending himself. It's one thing if he is,
so
but not.
let me bring up one football fight that I was in that we were outnumbered. And I know people are gonna say, well, why does that matter? So we had like 12 guys playing straight Iron Man. The other team we were playing with had like 40 dudes, right? So We're sitting there, we're playing. One of my guys starts drawing off, and we were really cool with him. He was just somebody my boy Dave knew, and he bring him down to play because we needed an extra guy so we could play Iron Man, right? So he starts drawing off. The other guy in the other team slaps the shit out of him. I'm like, oh, we're definitely fighting now, right? Because it's definitely going to happen. Ref breaks it up. As soon as the game's over, that dude is going to walk home. He lives far to the left. We go to the right. As soon as he's leaving that fence, they jump him. So me and my guys, we get involved. So it's a 12 on like 30-something, 40 dudes. So I'm banging, boop, 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 boop. I'm doing my thing. Thank God my deep cover Woodside Project dudes were there. And they, they're like, oh, shit, those dudes are getting jumped. When I hear my sister go, yo, Doc, he's getting fucked up. 2 guys have his arms pinned across, and 1 guy is walking up to just start dubbing him. So I'm like, oh, hell no. So I run. I literally jump, stand on the hood of the car, put my hands like this to cover my ears, and my elbows are going to be covering his face. So all you're going to do is punch the back of my head and my body, but I'm going to cover me and his face. The Woodside guys came over. Thank God I only took a few punches in the back. It was nothing. And they kind of evened this, when they came over, they had all the projects. So these dudes dipped, right? And salute, because the next week they locked them inside the gates and they beat the shit out of them. But it's like, you got to defend your people.
If not, you're a coward. Don't come around us. You're in front of ours. Get out of here. Don't give them no excuses of what you nah. Whatever. So then Malo gives keeps going. How he jumped in, held Raja, and then Raja was throwing punches at him. I mean, he had a black eye the next day from he getting sucker punched by Jackson and trying to calm him down. The only one who did, and then when everybody else jumped in. The crazy part, and I'm going to ask you about this, how you feel about this. Like a day later, Monday and Tuesday, JBL, Mark Henry are basically putting the blame on Psycho Stu of how he's the one that instigated this whole thing in the back when he hit him in the can in the head, in the head with the can, and how they're blaming him for this whole fiasco. So now a lot of people are on, now on Instagram or whatever, social media, going crazy at Mark Henry and JBL for even suggesting that Psycho Stu is the one who's at fault for all of this mess that happened. So my question to you is this: who is at fault? Because honestly, I'll be honest, I put blame on everybody's party. Because supposedly Rampage said that the son had a concussion a couple of days before. He should have never been there.
Yeah, right.
This is what Rampage said. He had a concussion. So his frame of mind wasn't where it used to be. He's not supposed to be there. The guys who even signed for him to be there and do something like this without giving him some kind of formal training or go over what is going to happen. Psycho Stu for hit him in the head with a can. Everything that happened, I put even blame on everybody till the end for what happened at the end. Because, dude, if you're gonna have you in perfect example, last year you were in the ring as a manager, and you took a swing at somebody, but you knew you were trained, you knew what you were doing. It wasn't like a surprise to anybody. Nobody knew Roger Jackson was going to be jumping like this in there, to do something like this. So, what do you think? I mean, who do you put the blame on? Do you even put the blame on anybody? Should Jackson been there without any type of training?
The concussion is a fucking cop. Of
course.
Let me just say that, because
gotta use NHU to make it look good, to make it seem like my son wasn't in the right frame of mind. And as a father, you gotta do that.
And you know what? As I was just about to say, as a father, gotta go that way. You gotta defend your kid.
Even though it was wrong, like you said, it was wrong, you still have to defend your son.
Of course. So here goes where I don't get it, because I want to say everyone's at fault. But, okay, so you're bringing him in, and he's supposed to take a spot somewhere where he's going to do a run in and go at this guy. So did he not know that he's going to pop his head with a fucking can? Because if he doesn't, then I don't get it. But if you felt so disrespected that he smacked you with a can, why didn't you punch him dead in his face at that moment? If you felt that disrespected, you should have just tagged him.
I saw that, and that
was
my first reaction. I say, as somebody hits me in the head, my first reaction is I'm going to punch him. I'm going to hit him because that's just a natural reaction that we have. You get hit, you're going to hit back. That's our natural reaction. How will we react?
Yeah, I mean, so, and then, but you do hear somebody say, "What are you doing? He's not a worker," right? You hear somebody say that. So that means a lot of people who should be on the end of knowing what's going to happen have no idea why that just happens. So whoever set this up really dropped the ball, because it should have been hey, look, man, we're going to do the spot. We'll put it out there. Then later on, he'll go in there and, he'll tag him up a little bit. Nothing crazy. Now, I don't know if Raza Jackson lives under a fucking rock, right? Because he's not under the age of 10, where we all thought wrestling was real. We all thought Hulk Hogan was actually winning those fights, and the Macho Man was the Macho. You're a child. You don't know the difference. They're just larger than life fucking characters. This is a grown man. So at what point do you ever think that wrestlers are throwing real fucking punches to hurt somebody? Most of the time, wrestlers throw fucking elbows.
Yeah.
Right? They do like the quick little, so they're not bang, bang, bang. But, okay, so out of the fact he should have just punched him in the face at the beginning, and I don't know why that went down like that. When he fucking lifted this guy and slammed the shit out of him,
he was out.
That dude wasn't moving. It was lights out. His head hit that shit, concussed. Okay, what made you go, all right, well, now I got to jump on top of him and punch his face in? Was the can shot that devastating to you that the slam wasn't worse than the can shot? It's hard for me to side with anything with Roger Jackson, because he should have just tagged his face as soon as he felt the way. But he didn't. But whoever set this up and didn't let everyone know, hey, listen, we're going to do a spot right there. Then later on, he's going to be there. If there was ever a worry where you had to tell that guy who actually saved his life, I don't know how shit's going to get down in that ring, that spot should never have happened. If you feel that your worker, your talent is going to get hurt by somebody, they should never be in the ring. How many times we know where wrestlers use the word, I like wrestling with this guy because he's safe, because he knows he's not going to do some dumb shit and risk me getting hurt. You're supposed to protect each other at all costs. And as a booker or owner, you're supposed to protect your talent from not people who never wrestled and have experience, and then people who you think, oh shit, this guy's nuts, he might kill somebody. I think everyone's at fault, but I put less blame on the wrestler for doing what he's told.
I put more blame on Raja than anything else. Yeah, a lot of blame on a lot of people not saying something, not letting other wrestlers know, hey, by the way, this was going to happen. Or at least the people that are in that match.
Exactly.
And then the worst thing about this whole situation is that after they pulled them off, the guy, Stu, is laying on the ground, bleeding, doing whatever. Someone has the nerve to go and pin him.
To pin him. Bro, you're a piece of shit.
Yes. The ref counted to 3 to finish the match. Dude, the match should have been over. Once he got knocked out, that should have been it. Put the X sign. Throw this out. It's done. They had the nerve to continue the match. The guy goes over and gets on top of him, and the ref counts to 3. And the bell rings to end the match.
They had that energy to finish that match, but they didn't have the energy to break that up.
The guy was still sitting on the floor when all that shit started. He was just against the ropes.
Both of them are pieces of shit. The guy who pinned him in the ref accounting, pieces of shit.
Douglas
Fuck
Mallow
those guys.
has since refrained himself and got away from himself from the company, and a bunch of other wrestlers have gone and out and refrained themselves and moved away from the company. So this is going to be interesting when the next show happens. If they even have a roster, like who's going to be there? How's Rikishi? You know, Rikishi wasn't there because I know Rikishi was down in Memphis doing the episode for Championship Wrestling in Memphis that day and the following day. So imagine Rikishi being there somewhere in his hotel or having dinner somewhere and then getting tagged in something like this and seeing something like that happen in your company while you're away. So that's got to be some shit. Because we haven't seen Rikishi say anything about any of the situation yet.
I mean, but this is why you're supposed to have people who you trust if you're that big. Rikishi's a WWE legend, right? Like, regardless of what people want to say, he's a legend. But when you are in power, and this is your show, you have someone that's sitting there, and they're supposed to protect your brand. Where was the protection when they had to tell this brother, yo, I don't know what this guy's going to do, so just be on standby and you know, do what you got to do. So this Rikishi got to wake up. He's, yo, bro, when we talk about cleaning house in sports and all that shit, Rikishi has to clean house. Everyone's got to go.
So that's the fallout from there, from that incident. I mean, I watched wrestling for over 40 years. I've never seen something like this happen in any wrestling company, you know, big or small. Someone like that just go in there and basically try to kill somebody. Well, except for when New Jack tried to kill that one dude and he threw like 20 or like what, 50 feet down to all those tables. It does not try to kill somebody. I don't know what trying to kill somebody is. Because there's no way.
Okay, so there's two. There's the Rampage. There was the video a few years ago that I seen where somebody threw a brick at somebody.
Yes, and knocked them out. Yes, in the back of their head.
Okay, so
yes, I forgot about that.
Those are the two that I remember where people actually did some foul shit.
The dude got pissed and grabbed the brick and bam, and the dude.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
And then I think the worst killed Roddy Piper. Remember when he got stabbed at a show when he was like the bad guy? Wasn't that stabbed on the way out? And they're like,
yeah, but didn't that happen like outside the ring by a fan or something?
No, I think he was like walking to the back and like the wall.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, by a
way out of the ring.
Yes. Yeah, but not by another wrestler inside the ring though.
I'll say those are the wildest things that I heard.
Yeah. Fans are crazy. Fans are pretty like even Michael Hayes had mentioned how they used to get in fights with people for real in the bars. Bam Bam and all those guys. So yeah. So I mean, anything else you want to add to this by any chance, or before we move on?
I mean, you know what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna say this sucks. Losing that WWA ID is a killer. That's where people will go from different states to come to your shit because of that WWE ID. And this is something that this thing breaking news who go to another place because they got that WWE ID and think, oh shit, this is an opportunity for me to be seen. Now that they fucking pulled that and scrapped you, bro, you're gonna be hurting for a while.
Yeah, because like you're right. We've seen a lot of interviews where they have mentioned they have moved from wherever they're at to move closer to these locations because of that WWE ID having that chance of being finally noticed and get pushed up there to NXT. So yes. So moving on, we know already that WWE is moving to ESPN starting in 2026, and they were moving out of Peacock starting in October. Well, that's changed. They're actually now moving out of Peacock as early as September 20th. They're moving out of Peacock.
Damn.
To do a specific special PLE for ESPN. And I think that I saw the name of it, and it's an ECW themed pay-per-view from back in the days. I can't remember the name. I think I saw something. I wasn't sure if it was true or not, but they're doing a specific one on September 20th for ESPN. So that's going to be interesting moving forward, where or what it's going to be. So people were getting ready to start next year. Now you got to start getting that ESPN or that ESPN app for $30 a month to see your PLEs starting there. But when everybody thought that Peacock was done with them, WWE turned around and actually signed a multi-year deal with Peacock. Because what they're going to do is they're going to have 4 Saturday night main event shows exclusively on Peacock starting in 2026 and going forward. So we know Saturday night main event is every 3 months. Every 3 months, 12 months a year, 4 shows. So they'll have one every 3 months. They'll have a specific Saturday night main event episode on Peacock. So at least Peacock still will have WWE stuff still there. NXT is still going to be in Peacock. I don't know for how long they're going to be there because of CW. So that's what I think. But at least Peacock will have 4 shows per year starting next year for the Saturday night events.
Wait, so ECW is going to be the library, or they're going to make their new rendition of ECW?
They're going to have an ECW themed name for that day. So they're going to have a name from ECW days. That was the pay-per-view, and they're going to use that name as the one on September 20th.
Okay, so it'll be like a tribute to.
So well, not a tribute. What they're going to do, but they're going to take a name from one of the pay-per-views and use it on that show with current WWE personnel. So I don't know what name.
No, I hear you, but you would think that it would be smart if they actually played into the hardcore stuff and let Paul Heyman.
It'd be something like that. But I mean, there's so many ECW guys still left.
No.
I hope maybe Rhino, maybe RVD, but I do not want to see Sandman. I just saw Just Incredible, and that looked like he threw extra 100 pounds on him. Because he don't look nothing like Just Incredible. He looks like Justin. Not credible anymore. Fatboy blew up. That man says, "Screw to wrestling. I'm going to sit here and eat because I'm hungry." And yeah, he's blown up. He's completely blown up, that man. But hey, it is what it is. And then trying to come back to wrestling 100 pounds heavier. Think you still could move around. Can barely down, get on his knees to make a 3 count because he's too damn heavy. So, yeah.
No. I'm tired. I am so fucking tired of.
So yeah, so that's the thing. Last week they had WWE down from what was it? Down in Paris. The NXT show.
Yeah.
That was a okay show. Wasn't nothing special. The only thing that came out from that show was that Ash by Elegance, who used to be Dana Brooks in WWE, won the 3-way. So now she's the TNA Women's Champion. So now the TNA belt has come back to TNA. And they're going to have a special celebration tomorrow night on their live episode. So tomorrow night, TNA is having an actual live episode on Access TV, where a celebration of hold up. Oh, about to sneeze.
Bless you. Salute.
So a celebration of that is going to be tomorrow. So yeah, so that should be interesting. I'm actually going to be watching that show because, like I said, it's going to be a live episode of TNA.
Yeah,
and this is the third live episode under the WWE umbrella that you're going to see. So hopefully they'll do something good on this show going forward. We know Freaking A is going to be there, Trick with his belt.
Of course.
We'll do something up for Bound for I'm not Bound for Glory, but for what's the October show? For TNA. Yeah,
Slim
Bound for Glory, right?
I thought. Oh no, Slamversary passed already, so it's BFG. Yeah.
Yeah, so Bound for Glory. Yes, I was right. Yes, that's going to be from Boston. So that's going to be interesting to see how they're going to build up and who is going to wrestle. If they're going to have Matt Santana go up against one-on-one against Trick instead of being a three-way, I would love to see Mike Santana go up against Trick, where Santana will win this belt this time, which should have happened at the anniversary, that it should have happened then, and it didn't happen. So AEW had their one down in the UK, and once again, that shit is wild. Again, basically, the only belt that changed hand was the tag team belts. The Hurt Briscoes lost their belts because they weren't even the match. They got jumped by the Gates of Agony, and they were out of the match. And what they call them, Brodito, which is Brody King and Bandito. Brodito won the.
I actually like that
Brodito
name.
On the tag team belt. So now they're the new AEW tag team champions. They had a lot of good matches, but a lot of wrestlers got written out that night because of injuries and stuff like that. For example, Swerve Strickland, he lost his match, and the returning Wardlow cost him. That was huge. Cost him the match. So now Strickland is actually hurt, so he's going to be out for a while. He might be out for the rest of the year. So they rid him out. And like you said, Wardlow coming back, that's huge. I mean, we haven't seen that guy, a year and a half? It's been over a year.
It's been a hot minute.
And now he's done with Dan Callis. Like, Dan Callis has everybody joining his damn family. So I don't understand that shit. And then in the main event, you had John Moxley's crew go up against a team from AEW in a cage. Once again, this type of matches I hate because it's just nothing but blood. I saw John Moxley trying to take the ear out of Darby Allin, like he had a fork in his ear, like trying to rip the back of it. I'm like, dude, come on, man. Now you guys are trying to cause bodily harm by taking somebody's body part off. So yeah. But the biggest thing that happened at this match was when the match was over, AEW won. Is everybody left and they kept the British kid. Oh my God, that he was the leader of the alliance.
You know, I don't
the United Empire.
AEW like that.
No man, the British kid though. Oh my goodness gracious! Keep talking there for a second while I look this.
All right, well, listen. Obviously, it's not hard to tell that I don't really watch AEW. I don't fuck with it. But what I will say is N.W.A. is actually going to be touring again. So the big homie Bram, Thomas Latimer, listen, he's the champ for a long time. He's had a lot of great matches. I'm excited. Listen, if you get to know people, like I got to know the guy. He's such a great guy, in and out of the ring. And at a point where the only belt I think he won in Impact Wrestling, where I lived in the Impact Zone, was when he beat Eric Young for the King of the Mountain title, right? Yeah. He's the last winner to ever defend that belt in a legit King of the Mountain match. Not like a singles because he lost it to Eli Drake. He lost to Eli Drake on a regular one-on-one match, but it wasn't a King of the Mountain match. So that was his only title there.
And he got put in he got lied to in a love affair with the girl Rosemary, and they put him on the trunk of a car, and we never saw him again.
Until the DCC. That
shit was crazy, bro.
Yeah. So
I'll know his name whenever you're done.
Yeah. Oh, so last thing I'll say is, so as a fan of somebody, you get to know them.
Yes.
When he goes to N.W.A, he won like the tag team belts. Yep. Then he won the TV belts. Then he won the 10 pounds of gold, which if you put yourself in that elite group, you've done special shit in this epic industry of wrestling. My bad, brother. Go ahead.
No, that's good because they were just in New York this month for NWA 77 anniversary.
My boy was there.
Yes, and they're coming back in September. They're going back to New York, but this time they're going to Queens.
Oh, hold on. So go ahead and say your thing because
to Queens in September now.
Hold on, watch what I'm gonna do right here, because so people know that this shit. When we talk to people, we talk. I'm gonna send a message real quick.
Yeah. So Will Ospreay.
Hold on, Will Ospreay, because I'm leaving a message for people to hear my message. So listen, I'm on a podcast right now. I found out that N.W.A is coming to Queens. Y'all know Queens is all shit. The big homie Bram's gonna be there. There's a bunch of dope talent. I know y'all fuck with wrestling. It's gonna be in Queens. It's coming in September. I'm gonna holler at y'all. There you go. Message sent. And that's all my Deuce guys. So, damn tickets.
So the other match, Will Ospreay got isolated, and they just beat the shit out of Will Ospreay. Literally just killed Will
That's
Ospreay.
your boy.
Will Ospreay. Basically, he just got demolished. And the reason why is because he's going to be out. I guess he also has either back or neck issues. So this dude's going to be out for a long time, which is the reason why they did that. Because they put the chair around his neck and just kept stomping. But they, between Cesaro and Moxley, they literally destroyed and killed Will Ospreay in the ring. If you didn't believe, if you thought wrestling was real, you'll be crying, and kids might be crying because they literally murdered. They took the Roger Jackson incident and did it in AEW before it actually happened somewhere else. Because they destroyed Will Ospreay. So then, of course, Will Ospreay got put into a stretcher, slowly, neck brace. So Will Ospreay is going to be gone for this year and maybe the middle of next year before he even returns, if he returns. So that's two huge blows for AEW, because Strickland, at least he'll be back. But you're losing Strickland and you're losing Will Ospreay, two of your biggest single main events guys out of the company. So that, I don't know if that's going to be a big blow towards AEW. Myself, I think that will be a big blow for AEW because you're going to miss your two biggest single guys for a while. And they're not building anybody else new that I see because it's always the same people. So they got to start choosing. And I'm so sick of Darby Allin already. I cannot picture a guy who weighs 110 pounds being a champion. I'm sorry. Whatever, how much he weighs. Because dude was like 150. If I weighed that in high school.
If
I was 150 pounds in high school. So all my high school years before I blew up in the real world when I got older. Well, yeah. So, so tomorrow night, TNA is live. We'll see what happens, and then they have the taping on Friday. So that should be going till September because now they're doing every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks they do the new taping. So they actually are on top of their shit more better now. And doing, like I said, N.W.A now is on Roku, and they're doing the tag team tournament that they always have every year, the Cracker Cup. Is what's being shown now on Roku. So they're like 2 shows behind, bro, which pisses me off.
So like, how's the Roku thing working?
Roku, they're doing good at Roku.
No, I'm saying it's still a Tuesday?
Tuesdays at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, that's what I thought it was. Okay.
When I said on Roku, and I think it wasn't this show. I want to say the next show is when Roku started doing stuff with Roku. But I know for a fact that the show in September is going to have Roku all over it.
Okay, good.
If it didn't
good, because that would be all the advertising.
If it didn't start on the last show from New York that they did in New York, but this one for sure, they said Roku's going to be all over it. So it may have started the last show, or it might start this new show. So they're going to have Roku all over it, fingerprints all over it. TNA is still sitting there going through the offers to see which streaming service is going to be showing TNA. I still say I got 4 months left before my prediction comes through of WWE buying TNA. So there's 4 more left.
Yeah, I think 2026 they're gonna announce that they own they own TNA.
I hope it happens before then. Not wait till the last minute before the year's over, or begin 2026.
I
they
think
have to get a TV.
They'll probably announce it right before the new year that they bought TNA, and then the first event in the new year it'll be TNA WWE.
I believe that, yeah. So I'm pretty sure probably by October, A Bound for Glory, they'll make the big, humongous announcement where TKO is going to be there or Triple H is going to be there, like they did with WCW when Shake McMahon came out. And everybody was like, holy shit, Shake McMahon is here. Wow. They're merging with only they just bought it. So
exactly.
We might see something like that, A Bound for Glory, Triple H come out, or Shawn Michaels comes out and say, yeah, blah, 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 and then boom. And then Twitter is gonna go ablaze. They're gonna go crazy, like, why? No, like why? And then everybody who said no, I knew this was gonna happen. I'll be that you know shit. Stop lying.
Because when word. Like stop bullshitting already.
Yeah, when WWE does buy them, I'm gonna be living in Twitter. Because anytime that I see somebody say, oh, I knew it was gonna happen, stop lying. You didn't know nothing.
Bro, you
stop lying.
You know the kind of heat that you know how sour people were when we brought that up? Remember how people were acting like bitches?
Oh my God. I'm gonna be there throwing everything back in their faces. Stop lying. You didn't know anything because you were the one who was crying that this never gonna happen. I've been saying since the beginning of the year. I've been typing it here since the beginning of the year. We've been having shows since the beginning of the year saying it. We got
the receipts are there.
We got
receipts are there.
We got receipts. But you know, everybody gonna be saying, "Oh, I told you it was gonna." No, you didn't tell us. They're gonna be blocking me. Twitter's gonna block me by the end of the day because I will be calling everybody out. Stop lying. I might drop the N word a couple of times. You stop lying.
I hope they're ready.
People know I don't get ghetto. Well, that day I'll be ghetto for man.
Wait, hold on. Was that a shot towards me?
Yeah, no, we wasn't the word. You were like this. Well, now you know, damn it. Because I'm sick of you people lying.
You got to do the biggie. If you don't know, now you know.
Stop lying. So, Chef, anything else you want to bring up before we go?
Well, I think, was it Isla Dawn? She pulled up on AEW.
Isla Dawn debuted it on Friday for Collision or Saturday. The show was taped on Thursday, and then they showed it on Saturday. So she debuted it for ECW. They also had your boy, Grado.
I'm glad
they
you
had
said that.
Boy come out with his Madonna song. It has never happened. Ever.
Look,
so that means.
Oh no, it did. He did that once on Impact.
The whole Madonna song.
Oh, sure. The whole Madonna song. It cleared.
Let's just
because we were there when it happened, and we gonna start shitting.
Went and talked to Madonna or something, and then bought the rest for that night because he came out to the song, and people went crazy. And I hate Grado. I'm sorry. I don't see anything special on Grado. Never had it. I did not. I do not like Grado. I've never seen anything special about Grado. I'm sorry.
Okay. Did you ever see Grado's walkout in the Hydro where that came out?
Yes,
and it was like
you told me. You told me, yes.
It's like Goldberg, right? Like Grado's a legend in the UK. He's a legend.
Exactly, in the UK.
Hold on. Okay, let me ask you a question. And this is real shit, and we'll end it with this. If Grado was the exact same gimmick, right? Everything was the same, except you gave him a little more of a tan, and he was from Puerto Rico, but he did the Madonna intro, he was Puerto Rican, and did the same wrestling, would you hate on him? No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
The best was
Latino Grado. You would love
that coming out of the Madonna song. Tell you that right now. He's coming out to like a Gran Combo song or something, showing true Puerto Ricanism. And the other boy too, the guy from the tag team guy from sub they were called something. They were in TNA for a while. He was the first guy who won the TNA trial from the UK boot camp.
Oh,
on the skateboard.
Marty Scurll.
No, man.
Oh no. Oh, yo, love. What was your boy's name that had the skateboard from the UK? Remember, he was an Impact. He was a high flying guy. No, it's not no fucking Shark Boy. Are you fucking kidding me? Shark Boy was the Shark match with the fucking Stone Cold ripoff. What was his name, love? Mandrews.
He also wrestled at Impact. I mean, I'm sorry, on AEW Show Collision on Saturday also. So they had him there too. Now, don't know if any of these individuals were signed to.
No, I don't think so because I follow Mandrews and Grado, and I've never seen them.
Or this was just
post
a one-time thing because they were in the UK, and they.
UK and you grab exactly, and they'll sell tickets because they have the following.
Yeah, you said Grado's like the king down there in the UK, so it was smart for them to bring him out there for the show and do his shit there. So,
I mean, yeah, if it would have been smarter if they would have bring Jack Jester too, but I think he just retired because those
he retired.
Jack Jester. Yeah, his body
the
beat up.
pirate gimmick, right? Jester.
He kind of looked like it, but he was more like no eye patch.
Didn't Jester have
Jack Jester?
He had like a big feud with the guy who just finished with Grado, right? No, with this guy from N.W.A, the champion. Didn't he have? Yeah, didn't he have a big feud? Yeah, him. Yes.
Yeah.
He used to have a big feud against Bram there, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's the guy. Like when you think of ICW, like he's their Hogan. Even though I'd say Grado's a larger fan base, but Jack Jester was there from the day it opened, and he carried the company. Older already, but. Legend.
How old is he now? How old is Jester?
Hold on, I just had it. So Jack Jester, wrestler, age.
Because I'm sorry.
Oh, he's only 38.
Wrestlers go into the. He's 38.
That's what it says. Wow. He's 38.
And he's tired,
bro. He's been on all those King of Insanity matches and all that craziness.
See, because my and this is only my point of view and my feeling. When you're already in your late 30s, I think that's when you should start slowing down. I think when you hit 40 is when you retire from wrestling, just because you want to live that normal life, and like you said, more able to 60. Because you don't want to go into your 40s, hitting 50s, still wrestling, man. Because that's when you really already breaking down, and one of those injuries could knock you out or could be lingering into your 50s, 60s, and you don't want to do that. But now these wrestlers nowadays, they go longer now. Now they're passing their 40s, hitting 50, still think they can still do the same shit. And outside, I do not want to see my favorite wrestler, even though Ric Flair did go into the 50s, and good Lord, I think he was wrestling into his 60s. I didn't want to see Flair wrestle anymore after WCW, and he went to WWE and he was still wrestling. I'm like, no, man. And then, then when Charlotte Flair slapped him in the face in one of those interviews, I lost respect for him right there. Because he was always crying and just like, oh, dude, like, come on. This is why I only go into YouTube to watch Ric Flair, because YouTube is everything from the NWA days, the 80s and the 90s. Anything after that, I don't want to watch Flair for that. I want to watch him in the 80s, the 90s, when the dude was a wrestling machine. Yeah.
You want NWA and WCW Flair. That's the Flair you want.
Yes. After that, I don't care about nothing that happened with Evolution. I don't care about him because he became a crime bubbling idiot after that. Just snatched his face and crying about everything. Jesus, shut up already.
I know we said we'll end the age thing.
Yes.
So Father's Day is in June, right? So my birthday's in July. On Father's Day, fucking around playing with Alex, I cracked 2 of my ribs.
Supposedly.
Oh, no. I went to the doctor's, what was it, Thursday, Friday?
I want to see
Thursday or Friday, and they finally said
X-rays. I want X-rays up here. We want to show X-rays, like to make sure that you actually cracked the rib.
Oh, I didn't even ask for them. I didn't ask them because I was just frustrated. But I'm telling you, in June, I cracked my ribs. It took me all the way into August, and almost the end of August, at 45, turning 46, and that's just a freak little crack my ribs. Yeah, 2 of them. It sucks, but that your body starts to fall apart, right? Now I'm more like, well, shit.
You healed now?
Yeah, I'm good now. I just can't. The doctor said basically, you're good. Don't overwork it, right? You still gotta let it do its thing a little bit. But I'm good. I'm already doing the lawn again. I'm doing my shit. But it's like your favorite wrestler you don't want to see breakdown, right? And we cover wrestling. This is what we talk. I'm not going to talk football or basketball. You don't want to see them because look at a lot of these guys that we grew up. They're in wheelchairs. They're walking with canes. They're fucked up, yo. Like, and they didn't even have the crazy matches that they were having then, like now. So you're like, yo, protect yourself and your family because I guarantee you, your wife, she wants to enjoy you, not push you around. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. But I think, listen, we touched everything. We talked injuries. We talked the Jackson. Listen, we do what we do, man. Like, subscribe, share, all that good shit. We're at 800 something. I forgot where we at. Before we go on, So we 1K, man. Like, subscribe, share, man. Nobody gives it to you like we give it to you. Even if we wrong, we right. When we right, we right. When we wrong, we right. I mean, listen, it is what it is. We just telling our side, our opinion. And between the 2 of us, we got like 70-something years of fucking wrestling knowledge. Like, and it's crazy.
We're like 75% right. And like you said, when we're wrong, and if we're wrong, we're never gonna admit it anyway. So nope, we didn't. Nope.
Hell no.
Wasn't me. Wasn't me.
It wasn't me. So listen, like, subscribe, share, all that good shit. For me, this man, we out of here. Deuces.
Deuces. Yes.
Yo, hit that shit already.